Have you ever thought about how to get a bunch of people together to do something that will benefit everybody? Maybe it's cleaning up a trashy neighborhood. Maybe it's having a community garage sale. Maybe if it's even electing somebody as a candidate to city council to get a problem fixed that will help everybody in the community. How do we get those things done? Well, I think that those sorts of things require political leadership. You see, I think of political leadership not as being a talking head on some news program, but simply about getting lots of people to come together to work on a problem that will benefit everybody if we all pull together and get things done. Now, have you ever thought about what it takes to develop future leaders? We often say, well, the future depends on the young people, but what do we actually do to prepare them for leadership, at least for the kind of leaders we want them to become when it's their time to run the country? 100 years ago, we asked children to read biographies about famous people and what made them great leaders. We used Bible stories like the Good Samaritan to learn about becoming a good neighbor. We learned about the story of Joseph and how he prepared for a famine so that they can learn about things that are required to be a good, responsible leader. We even taught them about the woman that was caught in adultery and how Jesus forgave her and showed grace and justice. And then, sometime in the 1960s, we started to teach kids that it's all depends on what the situation is. And so nowadays, we can't really agree on what the right thing is because, well, it depends on the situation. And so we're simply stuck with everybody's different opinions. And instead of, we have to say, my truth is my truth and your truth is your truth. And if you get out of line and try to say this is right and that is wrong, well, you're told that you are spreading misinformation. That's not truth. That's gobbledygook. And so, what do we do to get ourselves out of this situation? Hi, my name is David Lance, and I wanted to let you know that I've partnered with Sarah Janice Brown to write a book, Run, Win, Lead, a student's guide to becoming a successful political leader. We've designed it for students in high school through early college, and I've prepared most of the written content while Sarah has prepared most of the assignments. It's a how to curriculum that teaches students about becoming a leader with particular emphasis on becoming a political leader. Students who read the book and go through the assignments will learn about famous political leaders like Abraham Lincoln and Davy Crockett. They'll find out who some of their locally elected officials are today. They'll discover the 12 jobs that campaign volunteers are often asked to do in a political campaign, and they'll understand the 5 questions that you should ask yourself as you go to prepare to give a speech. Finally, at the end of the curriculum, they'll complete a capstone project to organize a campaign to elect a candidate you support for office. Michael Clark, the director of the American Family Association of Indiana, had this to say about the book. Quote, it was President Reagan who warned that freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We do not pass it along to our children through our bloodstream. Run, Win, Lead takes the call to action in teaching young people about our political process in fun and creative ways that every student can enjoy and apply. It's available for purchase now on Amazon.com. I encourage you to check it out and maybe buy it for your kids or your grandkids, or even get your school to purchase it.